Picture this. World War II. The skies over Germany are black with Allied bombers. On the ground, one German general, Hans-Georg von Seidel, isn't just fighting, he's counting. He meticulously logs every single bomber, every plane shot down, and every crew captured. He's a numbers guy, a quartermaster general for the Luftwaffe, and he's convinced Germany is winning the air war. His reports, filled with charts and statistics, paint a rosy picture for the German high command. They show a steady, undeniable attrition of Allied air power. Hitler loves it. Goebbels trumpets it in his propaganda. There's just one massive, fatal problem with his math. Von Seidel was only counting what he could see. He had no idea about the sheer industrial might of the United States. While he was celebrating the downing of 100 bombers, America was building 1,000 more to replace them. He saw the battle, but he was completely blind to the war of production. His perfectly kept ledgers were telling a comforting lie, a lie that would have devastating consequences. This belief in their own numbers made the German leadership dangerously overconfident. They thought they had time, that the Allied bombing campaign would eventually just run out of planes. They made a critical error. They diverted resources, pulling fighter planes and anti-aircraft guns away from the defense of Germany and sending them to the Eastern Front to fight the Soviet Union. It seemed like a logical move based on von Seidel's data. They were leaving the home front exposed, believing the threat from the air was diminishing. And then came the turning point. In early 1944, the Allies launched Big Week. It was a massive, coordinated assault on German aircraft factories. Suddenly, the skies were filled with more bombers than ever before, escorted by a new, deadly long-range fighter, the P-51 Mustang. The German Air Force, the Luftwaffe, was caught completely off guard. They had sent their best pilots and planes east. What was left was simply overwhelmed. The German defenses crumbled. The P-51s decimated the remaining German fighters, and the bombers systematically flattened the factories. The very industry that was supposed to keep the Luftwaffe flying was turned to rubble. Von Seidel's numbers couldn't protect them. His data became meaningless overnight. The production that he thought was their strength became their greatest vulnerability.
Ow.
This catastrophic miscalculation had a ripple effect that sealed the fate of the entire German war machine. With the Luftwaffe shattered, the Allies achieved total air supremacy. This meant they could bomb German cities, factories, and railways with impunity, strangling the supply lines to the front. And this brings us to the ultimate irony. While von Seidel was counting planes, another German general on the Eastern Front, Friedrich Paulus, was commanding the 6th Army at Stalingrad. He was desperately begging for supplies, for air support, for anything to save his men who were freezing and starving, surrounded by the Red Army. But the resources he needed had been misallocated, partly thanks to the false sense of security created by von Seidel's bomber counts. The 6th Army was completely annihilated. Over 200,000 soldiers were lost. It was one of the biggest and most brutal defeats in military history. One general counted the bombers in the sky, while another counted his men dying on the frozen ground. It's a chilling story of how focusing on the wrong numbers on a single piece of the puzzle can lead to total disaster. It shows that in war, what you can't see is often more dangerous than what you can. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more echoes from history. See you next time.